You're French. Ah, bonjour, French, bonjour. When English people don't speak French, they go, do you speak French? They go, un peu. That's all we do, un peu. We've only learned un peu. Oh, and we know, où est la gare? Have you hidden the stations from us? I love French people. I love the way that they, when they're trying to think of the next word, they make a noise continuously. They go, je voudrais, poisson, où est la gare? I think they're worried about being interrupted. Whereas in England, we don't do this. We don't go, I would like, some toast, and some fish. It's a strange breakfast. That's how you know French people are awake. They just wake up. Wake up. Sometimes they'll be hoovering, and the hoover is not plugged in, but they don't know for hours. But hang on! This is not picking anything up off the floor! I've been to the gym, and it's a horror story. The changing rooms, I just can't cope with it. I don't understand men's philosophies towards nakedness, okay? Men in this very room behave like this, and I don't understand you. If I have to be naked in public, I'll be naked for a short amount of time as is humanly possible, okay? I will get my fresh new pants, will line them up, get the perfect distance away, take off old pants, put new pants on! I'm back in pants. Sometimes I go too quickly. I'm in 2 pants. I don't give a shit. I'd rather have 2 pants than no pants. But other men have completely the opposite philosophy of this. They'll come out of the shower, sort of air drying, towel drying their asses. I have never towel dried my ass in my entire life. I don't need to. I don't leak water from my ass. But other men, they spend hours working away at the arse area. Going through dozens of fresh towels. And they don't do it in the corner against the wall. They're right out there in the open looking at you, yes. I'm towel drying my ass now. And I've seen men put their pants on last. Literally last. They come out of the shower, you know, they put the shirt goes on, everything's flopping around down here. Tie goes on, look who's still in town. Jacket, coat, scarf, top hat, yeah, baby. Shoes and socks. How is that even fucking possible? What are you gonna do? Sew your trousers on now? People dropping keys. I saw one guy blow drying his pubic hair in the hand dryer. That should be illegal. Standing there talking about house prices. Do you think we've reached the bottom? I see people run into each other. If I saw somebody I knew in the gym, changing room, I'd hide in the locker. This guy was like, Mark? Fucking hell! Richard! Is that you? I didn't know you were a member of this gym. Yeah, just moved into the area recently. What's it like here? You literally don't know where to look. I sat down once to do my shoelaces. I will never again go to this height in that environment again. There are lockers above me. Somebody's looking for their locker, sort of edging their way over. I'm sitting here doing my laces. The final straw is when this bloke came over to me. Excuse me, mate. Have you got the time? Time to put your fucking pants on. Okay. And think back now that the internet is so much a part of our lives. Think back to our first password, because our minds, our brains are so filled with passwords. It's such a struggle for us to remember all the passwords. We go to businesses online and you go, I can't remember my password. And you put it, sometimes they lock you out. And they go, no, you've got one more try to remember your own password, you fucking idiot. Oh. Or you click, I forgot it, and they ask you questions about your life, and you don't even remember the answers. They're about your own life. What is your favorite pet? Oh no, I can't believe I chose one. The dog walks in. If it isn't me, I'm leaving. I'm literally walking out the door. Oh, the password. And at the beginning, we all had one password. It was our first password we can nostalgically remember. And we used it for everything, every time we joined another business. Can I have your password? Yes, you can. That is my special word. And then companies started getting quite rude. You would put your password in, and it would go, weak. Who are you to judge my special word? And they're like, I'm sorry, but the internet has become very popular. We need to strengthen your password. And businesses would insist, we must have from you a capital letter. I'm sorry, we will not be accepting passwords anymore unless it contains at least one capital letter. And we all momentarily considered our options before deciding to capitalize the first letter of our password. And for a period of time, that was fine. But the internet became even more popular. And then businesses started saying, I'm afraid you cannot join unless you have at least one capital letter and at least one number. Again, less than half a microsecond's consideration before we collectively decided, you shall be getting the number one. And that will be the end of my now capitalized password. And for a period of time, this was acceptable until a whole new, unexpected, and exciting dawn emerged. A world of special characters. We didn't even know what they were. And businesses would say, we need a capital letter. We need a number, but we will also require a special character. And we clicked on the button, please, can I have some examples of these special characters which you now insist upon? And we perused them. There they are. I had no idea these characters were so special until all of our eyes stopped upon the exclamation mark. You're coming with me. Which we then put at the end of our now capitalized password, just after the one. And it's at this moment that everybody at the London Palladium is thinking, I should probably change my password. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. Do that now. We need to think of another special word. Got to get that changed. We've all got into a bath that's too hot, and it's normally our own fault. We don't have time to wait. When we run the hot tap, when we run the cold, we don't have time to wait for the full proper temperature to reveal itself. You just have it, that should be fine. You go away into your busy life and you come back, and you normally know as soon as your foot goes in. As soon as it goes in, you normally go, oh, I've run that a bit too hot. But often you don't realize it until you're in already. You get in and you start lowering yourself because it takes a while for the information that your feet are burning to reach your brain, where the information has to go to tell you about it. Because it's really quite a long way for the information to travel. So you start lowering yourself and you're thinking, something doesn't feel altogether right here. Then it just hits you. You have a split-second decision. Do I stay or do I go? And many times you just go, I can't. Oh my God, I can't. And you end up standing naked in your bathroom. You look down. You've got these sort of red skin socks of pain. Ow. Look what I did to myself. Then you have to empty the hot out, put cold in, which involves sacrificing your arm to plunge to the plug. Plug plunging. Very dangerous. You look at your arm as if to say, this will hurt, I do apologize. Brace yourself. Ah! Sometimes you can't get a purchase. You're like, I could lose my arm! But the braver amongst us, there's many here tonight, and I count myself amongst you, will hover paddle. This is where you get into the bath. Even though it hurts, and you hover over the surface, you get the cold on, and you start paddling like a maniac. We can change this. It's getting better all the time now. Be brave. Be brave. And you inherently know it's time to change direction now. Come on. It's getting better. It's getting better. Come on. And And then you have to test it. How is the water going? Is it ready to fully submerge? And you do this with your bottom. You select your bottom, and the task of your bottom is simply to dip in to see, is it ready? How's it going? How's it going? This is where I forget, unfortunately, that I have balls. It's not so much that I forget. It's more the angle of dangle means that my balls are now the closest thing to the surface of the water, not my bottom after all. And it comes as a nasty surprise. It's the most sensitive part of the human body. It's the last part of the human body, let's be honest, that you would volunteer to test boiling water with. No one's ever handed me a cup of tea and said, Michael, this might be a little bit on the hot side. Well, we shall soon find out, my friend. Right you are. Little bit more milk. Just a splash. Just tested it with my hover paddle hardened bollocks there, my friend. Yes, so here we are, London, my favourite town, my hometown. It's where I'm from. It's never enough for people to say you're from London. People want to know exactly where you're from. They see it as more of a test of their own geographical knowledge. You say you're from London, people go, whereabouts? North London, if they know it, they get more excited. Whereabouts? Muswell Hill, whereabouts? Do you know Sainsbury's? Yes! Driving me home? What the fuck is your problem? It's too busy! I've had enough. Should be one in, one out. There's too many people here. I'm not happy. You probably all had to come here on public transport. It's a nightmare down there. I'd never experienced it. So recently I had to do some work in central London. It's unbelievable. People are so desperate to get home. The trains come very regularly. You see them 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It means nothing to people. As soon as you get on the platform, it's a level playing field. I don't care when you arrived, I'm getting on this train. And everyone's trying to work out where are the doors going to stop. Where are the doors? Here, I feel good about here. But other people are gathering over there. Maybe they know. No, I'm going to stay here for no reason at all. I feel lucky about this. People are gathering around me. They think I know. I don't know. And you never get it right. They always go, ooh. And you're equidistant. Which one do I go? Which one? Please let the passengers off the train first. British people have an amazing ability to let people off a train whilst at all times moving forwards. I'm on! And when you're on, you don't care about other people. Move right down inside the carriage. No. Why would I do that? It'll be squashed in here. You look at other people. We're on. We don't need them. We don't need them. You don't vocalize it, but there's an understanding between you. And everyone's reading. You have to read. You can't be on the tube without reading. Reading is very important. You get out in the morning, every single person is reading the Metro. Everyone. Why doesn't one person just read it to the carriage? What the hell are they doing? I remember in the old days with the broadsheets, with the huge big, you couldn't fold them. You had to fold them like linen. You take two corners and walk together again. It is amazing how you have to read. People read in the most uncomfortable situations. Big arm, book over there, turning the pages with your mouth. I was on the train the other day, and it was the most busy it's ever been. It was my, the personal best. Everyone's been on public transport when it's been more busy than you can possibly imagine. Dangerous levels. And more people are squashing in because they keep squashing. Get in. And everyone felt this is dramatic. And we saw somebody running for the doors, and I think there was a shared emotion. Enjoy the run. You ain't getting on this train. And he ran all the way to the doors. And he stopped right at the edge and then retreated. I think we all felt good decision. Or so we thought. Run up. He was merely assessing it and then retreating. And charged into the train. And he actually made on. No one could believe it. His feet were on, but his head was still out. Unbearable excitement. Even the metros came down. What the hell is going on here? His head isn't in. What's he gonna do? Nobody said this, but you could feel the excitement. I think one woman overflowed. She just went, ah! That was the closest we got to a conversation. His head was equidistant to either door. They closed. Boom! He took the hit. No one can believe it. He took the hit. Nobody needs to go home this badly. Get out, man, get out! But no, he took another. Boom! Save yourself. And then, with his ever-decreasing mind power, being smashed repeatedly by the doors, he came to the conclusion he should move slightly to the right, use the door, accept another hit to smack his head into the train. The doors closed, bang, and it hit him right in, and he made it. No one could believe it. He's made it, he's in. Then he reached into a pocket and got out a book. The only thing we can look forward to, ladies and gentlemen, in this winter is snow. It's the only thing that gets us through, because the weather's terrible, but snow is the holy grail. Nothing beats snow. And normally we get one day of snow, and you gotta hope that it snows overnight, so you can be snowed in. Earlier this year, it snowed in the middle of the day. You don't want that. I was waiting for my bus, and where I live, there's no tube. You have to wait for the bus. The buses actually originate there. The bus is already there. So it's even more frustrating. I'm waiting for the driver. We've got everything we need. We're looking for people. Can you drive this thing? And that's when the snow came. Amazing, instantly landing snow. The best of snow. I mean, the most unbelievable snow. And then I realized, oh my God, I could get snowed out. This is not what I need. The driver shows up. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you, due to the chaos on the roads, it's been snowing 8 seconds at this point. We're cancelling the bus. There will be no running of this service. And we're like, well, hang on a minute. We bought our tickets. What are we going to do? How are we supposed to get home? There's no way to get home. What are we going to do? And he said, don't shout at me. I actually live at the other end of this bus route. I take this bus home, and then I'm relieved by another driver. And we're like, well, this is a very interesting development. How are you going to get home? I suppose there's only one thing to do. Walk. It's the only way we can get home. It's the only way at all. I'm like, fine, okay. So we walked the bus route, led by the driver. We came to the first stop. We had to tell the people waiting, there's no bus. And they joined our imaginary bus. It was getting bigger and bigger. I looked behind us, I could see the next imaginary bus. Not a bus, just people walking. And it was catching up fast, because no one to pick up from the stops. And the driver saw this as well, and he turned around. He said, when we get to the next stop, don't tell them anything. Keep walking, they can get on the next one. I thought this was one of the funniest things that ever happened to me. I said to the woman walking next to me, I said, this is hilarious. We're on an imaginary bus. There's a driver. There are old people walking. And this is funny, right? And I thought we were on the same wavelength. But now I remember I was doing most of the talking, because she said, I'd love to chat, but this is my stop. She got down to an actual bus stop and then walked in the direction we had just come from. You wake up in the morning, first words of the day, you have to review the night's sleep. Very important. To catch up on what you've missed. Morning, darling. How did you sleep? This leads to what is undoubtedly the most boring conversation of the entire day. It baffles me we can even find stuff to put in it. But it can sometimes be a lengthy conversation of extraordinary dullness. Morning, darling. How did you sleep? Oh, it's very thirsty in the night. I was very thirsty. I was thirsty too. God, I was thirsty. I think it was the pizza. You're right. It was a very salty pizza. It's a tremendously salty pizza. I had to get up for water. I was too lazy to get up. I wanted to. If I had have known that you got up, I would have had some of your water, but I didn't know that you got up. And I was so hot as well. You were hot? I was quite chilly. I was actually quite chilly. Oh, I was really hot. I was so hot, I had to sleep with one leg out of the covers like that. I saw you when I went to get water. I saw you with one leg out of the covers, and I remember thinking, he can't be hot. Can you really be hot? Yes, I was very hot. And I couldn't get to sleep for hours. Well, you shouldn't have had that fucking coffee. I told you not to have the coffee when we were in the restaurant. That's stupid. I just thought it was the right thing to do. I went along with it. There'll be dreams to update as well. She'll say, I had this really weird dream. And then she goes on to tell me about it. I can't help you with that. I had this really weird dream. We're in this house. Yeah. We're in this house, yeah. Yeah. We're in this house, yeah. It was our house. It was our house. But it wasn't our house. You were there. You were actually there. You were there. But it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Nightmares happen on occasion. I think for all people in relationships, every once in a while you have this terrible dream. You have a dream that your partner has cheated on you. They have betrayed you in your sleep. It's a horrible nightmare of deceit. And you are filled with hate. And you wake up in the morning and you're so relieved. It was just a dream. That didn't really happen. But the hate is still strong within you. And I look over at her and I can see she's just sleeping there soundly. She's done nothing. Done nothing to hurt me, just been sleeping sweetly by my side. Nothing to hurt me at all. But I'm staring at her. Slut. What? Sorry, Michael. Morning. What did you say? I said that you're a slut and a whore. How could you to me? With my geography teacher from school. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes you've had a dream when you've had an affair with somebody really weird. Somebody from work or something. And you feel quite guilty. Oh, shit. Morning, Michael. How did you sleep? Nothing. Breath is an issue in the morning as well. Breath. Morning breath. What is that about? I don't understand it. I would understand it if maybe before I went to bed I had like some garlic, some onions, some Red Bull and swirled it around in my face, some kind of cocktail. That's not what happens. I brush my teeth, flossing, maybe involved. Maybe mouthwash. I go to sleep minty fresh, like most of you. 7, 8 hours later, she's like, morning, Michael. Morning, darling. Holy shit. Are you all right, Michael? Yes, I'm all right, I'm fine. I actually said really well. Did you go out in the night? Why would I go out in the night? I'm sleeping here. Next to you, what are you talking about? I actually want you to think about this quite seriously. At any stage during the night, do you recall eating shit? Did that happen? Why would I eat shit? What are you talking about? That's insane. Are you absolutely certain? Maybe did you get thirsty and drink from the toilet, or... No? Perhaps you pissed on your own face. Accidents happen. Sometimes, despite this, you will still have morning sex. Now, morning sex will always involve morning breath. You just adapt it to keep your heads as far away as possible. Sometimes you get lost in the moment. Oh, I really... And she'll tell me about it. That's what I hate about a long-term relationship. I could do without the honesty. She would literally go, sorry I didn't kiss you, Michael, but you stink from your face. Okay, sorry. I thought I brushed my teeth then. Could do with a little bit less honesty. Sometimes I'll go and try and seduce her. Sorry, I was wondering if maybe later you'd like to... You have some bogey just to... sorry. What was it you wanted, Michael? I'm fine, actually. To be honest, I'm fine. Let's just leave it. Let's forget about it. I'll just sit here. Your ball is hanging out a little bit. Oh, for God's sake, leave me alone. Deep sleep. Every once in a while, you have a sleep so deep, you'll sleep on your arm. It's quite fun. You wake up with a dead arm. It's quite heavy as well. A heavy dead arm. Darling, my arm is dead. A dead arm. I don't even know how I did it, but recently I contrived to sleep on both of my arms. And they were both dead. I woke up by the phone ringing. So, I'll get it. Shit. My arms are completely dead. I can't get the phone. Shit. Can you just get the phone for me, darling, and hold it to my face? How lazy I am. My arms are dead. I can't do anything. Because I'm away a lot, she says to me, I hate it when you're not here, Michael, because I feel safe when you're here. I'm like, I don't. I might look like Mr. Miyagi. I don't have the moves, darling. Because that is man's biggest fear, isn't it? They're going to be sleeping soundly at night, and she'll be like, Michael, wake up! What? What do you want? I was asleep here. Jesus. Michael, I think there's somebody in the house. I think there's a burglar in the house. I think somebody's broken into our house. I can hear them in the kitchen. That is, without a shadow of a doubt, man's biggest fear. That is my biggest fear. In fact, that isn't my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that happens, and I've slept on both arms. That's my biggest fear. Shit. Darling, what do you want me to do? I want you to go and find out. Find out what? Find out if there's someone downstairs. Darling, from the other day when the phone was ringing, I've got no arms. I've stepped on both of my arms. Don't you fucking lie to me. You go and protect this household. You're going to have to go. You're in a much better position than I am. How could you do this? What about the children? Good idea. Send one of them. Give the little one the Wii and tell the other one there's ice cream. You must go and save us. All right, don't go! Jesus. Hey, you're in the kitchen. Get out of my house. Don't make me come over there! Tell me I've got no arms! What do you want me to do? Use the breath! So I've been here all week, which is quite exciting. But the thing that really annoys me, playing on these massive screens, is that I can't see what you see. I can't... I have no idea what I actually look like in this game. Extremely frustrating. That's the back of my head, incidentally. That's what I look like from the back. It's very rare that you ever see what you look like from the back. You only ever see the back of your head at the end of a haircut. That's the only time most people see the back of their head. And let's be honest, we genuinely don't give a shit. People care greatly what they look like from the front. From the back, not interested, especially men. It's a very awkward moment for a man at the end of a haircut when we're presented with the back of our head. And they look at you for approval. Do you like the work I've done back here? I think in the history of hairdressing, no man has ever reacted in this moment in any other way other than, yeah. Do people go, I love it, I'm leaving backwards. I'm spending the rest of my life in reverse. We don't care. Men are just grateful to still have hair. We're just grateful. We don't care what haircut. We go for a haircut. They ask you questions before even the hair wash. So what are we doing today? Some kind of consultation? We have nothing to say at this moment. Haircut. That's what I want. Haircut. I want to leave here with less hair than when I entered in the building. I like people who go bald, but they a little bit stays in the middle. They have like a little island of hair that breaks away from the mainland. And they keep the island. They must think, shall I keep the island? I'll keep the island. Maybe they can build a little walkway to the mainland. I saw one bloke with this, and it was in the shape of an arrow. He had a pretty decent arrow on the top of his head. And I wondered when people ask him directions, does he tell them or just go... Of course, it's a very different story for women. Hairdressing, layers and colours and tints. My wife holds all these lotions and potions. The amount of creaming she does. Hours. She comes out of the shower. We're still 2 or 3 hours from getting into the bed. There's creaming, different creams. Creaming myself. And I can be with you in about 45 minutes when it's creaming my entire body. Sliding across. She said to me the other day, she said, can you get me this cream? It's a miracle must-have cream, and it's in all the shops. Really expensive. I said, what's it for? You got all the creams in the world. She said, it's for wrinkles. But what? You don't have any wrinkles. I know, Michael, and I won't. If I use this cream every single day, for the rest of my life, I'll never have wrinkles. That's why it's a miracle, must have cream. I'm like, when are you even due to have wrinkles? I don't know, Michael, 20 years or something? 20 years? You want me to buy you something 20 years in advance of you maybe getting it? This sounds like a rip-off to me, all right? And I will take it back. I don't like to be ripped off. I'm more than happy to walk in there in 2029 and go, look, I purchased this cream 20 years ago. I've got the receipt, which you'll notice is in a better condition than the face of my wife. I want a full refund. These cosmetics departments, they're the weirdest place I've ever seen. Big, bright lights everywhere. And people working there, they seem to have every product they sell on their face. They can't even move their own faces. Can I interest you with anything from the Clarins range? It's all over my face. Just pick what you want from the face. They even asked me a question as I was walking through. Excuse me, sir. What is it? Quick question about your face. Sorry, you have a question about my face? Yes, it's looking very dry. I should have a wet face, should I? You don't have a wet face? Don't see anybody else with a wet face? She asked one of the most difficult questions I've ever been asked. She said, what is your daily skin routine? Every day I have skin. What exactly are you getting at? But I don't really think that I'm not a generous man. I did recently buy her a very beautiful dress. We went out shopping especially for a dress. Shopping for clothing can be quite tense with her, with any women, I think, because she is the same size, but in different shops. She's different sizes, depending on how they interpret a different size. I really don't know why this is, but she can range from a size 8, and then next door she'll be a size 12. And if she's an 8, we have a really lovely day together. If she's a 12, we have to go home immediately. She'll be like, this fucking leaving! What is it, darling? I'm disgusting, that's the problem! You sure you couldn't slip into them even with all the cream that you have on? Don't be fucking rude to me! It gets to the point she's more interested in the size than actually what she's trying on. She's like, oh, Michael, it's an 8! It's an 8! And it fits me really, really well. I mean, it's an 8, it just sort of slides on, and it's an 8. You don't know what this means. I've been waiting for this moment. Michael, it's an 8. Darling, it's a shoe. What are you getting so excited about? So I look around for this dress, a personal shopper. I've never met one of these before. The campiest man I've ever met in my entire life, who literally jumped into our life. I've never seen anyone so camp they jumped into our life. We're sort of looking around browsing, he came running over, excuse me! Hello? Are you shopping here today? Now, I have a bit of an issue with very camp gay men, and my issue is that I realise I'm quite camp myself. And I feel that if I behave normally, as a heterosexual, I'm sort of treading on their territory a bit. So I tend to go very much in the opposite direction. Are you shopping here today? What's he fucking look like, mate? Waiting for a try? Whereas, of course, naturally I would have gone, yes, and you can help. Yay! So he takes us into this room and starts showing us all these dresses. You know, my wife's loving them. You see, this is very exciting, all these designer dresses. I knew it was too expensive. I knew there was problems here. When he gave me champagne as well. You have a glass of champagne and just sit there and let us girls sort it out. Okay. So finally she finds this one, she loves it. The guy's practically in tears. You're so beautiful, I've never seen anything so beautiful in my life. My wife's like, can we afford it, Michael? No, we can't afford it. I knew this was going to happen. Nobody can afford this dress. It's a joke. People shouldn't spend this kind of money on something you can't drive, okay? It's not natural. But I could see how happy she was with it, and I could see the disappointment in her eyes. And quite frankly, I sensed an opportunity. So I said, look, I can see how beautiful you look in this, and I know that, we come here for a reason, and I want to make you happy, and you know how much I love you, and it's a special occasion. I was thinking mainly about the blowjob, and I think that you deserve it. You know what it's like, after 10 years in a relationship, blowjobs work on a sort of reward structure. There's no spontaneity left in the relationship. If I do a series of good things, she will make an announcement. Somebody might be getting a blowjob later. Me? Is it me? Is it me? the years, I seem to be getting blowjobs on my birthday, which led to me on my last birthday actually saying the words, darling, will I be getting a birthday blowjob today? Then you enter into serious negotiating. Yes, Michael, you will. Would you like a quick one now or a long one later? I've got a lot to do in the kitchen. How romantic. Have we consider those options? I'm going to go for a quick one now in case one of us dies at lunch. How about that? So I said to her, look, come on, let's just get this dress before I change my mind. Let's get it in go. And she says, I need a clutch. I need a what? I need a clutch. Sorry, there's something wrong with the car? You're telling me this now? No, Michael, it's called a clutch bag. It goes with the dress. It's like an outfit. Have you not seen them? Do you know anything about fashion? So, no, I don't. What is it? It's just a little bag, and it's your essentials. Lipstick, keys, phone, that kind of thing. You just clutch it like that. And it matches the dress. Oh, all right, how much is that? £500. £500 for a little bag, for your lipstick and your keys and your phone. I said, for £500, I could hire a human being to walk alongside you, holding your lipstick and your keys and your phone. It's fun watching her try things on, though. Anybody try things on. People behave very oddly when they try things on, don't they? They put dresses on and trousers. You walk in a way you'll never actually walk once you purchase the trousers. She walks into the changing room like a normal human being holding the trousers. Then she comes out doing this really, what do you think? I think of these trousers. I think they're quite nice. What are you doing? I'm seeing if they fit, but you don't need to be doing that in trousers. Men do the same thing. When I put a suit on, there's this whole suit thing that you do. What do you think of this suit? I think it's pretty good. No one's ever done this when they own the suit. But when they're trying it on, there's a huge preparation for acting like a complete freak in a suit. You wouldn't go to a business meeting going, hello, my name's Ian. I've got a new suit and trousers. The main one is his shoes. When you try shoes on, you will go for a walk in the shoe shop. But it's not a walk you'll ever do anywhere else outside of the shoe shop. It's a shoe shop walk. You walk around in this sort of... Oh, I like these shoes. I don't think they'll rub. I'm just going to bang it for a bit. I think they're quite comfortable. They'll be perfect for my Elvis impersonation. I like them. Let me just push them with my thumb for no reason at all. The toe is in the toe section. That's ideal. All the other toes are there. If the toe was at the back, I wouldn't buy them. That'd be bizarre. The sides are filled with the sides of my feet. Perfect. Everything I wanted happened when I went down there. And I think I might definitely get this. They even have little mirrors where you can put your shoe under and look at the shoe from a slightly different angle. Oh, look, there's the shoe from that angle. The cat will love them. That's probably what the cat will see. They even give you one shoe. These lazy people who work in shoe shops, they bring out the shoes, they lace up one and hand you the one. And do we say, excuse me, people in life wear two shoes? You're wearing two shoes now? Oh, no, we don't. We take the one shoe, we go for a walk in that. I think this is good. I love this shoe. Give me two of these. Why would you walk around the shoe shop in one shoe? There's no moment in your life that we would ever be recreating this moment. Wallet, keys, phone. I'm late. One shoe. I've got to go to a meeting. It's not just clothes that you try. Everything. You buy a sofa, you start bouncing on it and rubbing the fabric. Now, nobody sits like this at home. People don't come round to your house. Do take a seat. It's because I'm getting older, you see. My wife and I were the same age. Little things have started changing. For years, everything was the same. Everything was the same. But now we can feel it creeping in. It's not exactly old age, but little differences. For example, we can't stay up at night. We pass out. Every single... About 9:30 is a late one for us. We get so tired. You know when you click on the Netflix thing and it goes, boom, That's the sound of my wife and I's head hitting the pillow and passing out. I can't get beyond it. You like that song I came on to, The Kings of Leon? It's good, but the lyric is odd. Seriously. Your sex is on fire. What are they talking about? What is the inspiration for this lyric? Darling, don't be alarmed. What? Emergency services, what is the next emergency? Oh, my sex is on fire. There. So the winter's drawing in. It's over. The summer was over. We never even had a summer. It was so depressing. Nothing happened, except there was a lot of rain, a great deal of rain. More rain ever since records began. Yes. Not that we have any idea what that means. There was this strange period in history with no records at all. People would leave their homes and go, it feels slightly different to yesterday. Is anybody writing this down? And then after a period of time, somebody said, enough's enough, I will write this down. I would like to announce that records have begun. That first day must have been quite a record-breaking day, don't you think? It's the hottest, wettest, windiest day since records began. This morning, I've only just doubted. I've been talking about the wind as well on the weather. Who cares about the wind? Could it be a stiff northeasterly breeze? I'm not sailing to work. I don't give a shit. People see that and go, I'll leave slightly later with a tailwind. I'll be there in half the time. Woo-hoo! Then the clocks are going to change. Nobody knows when the clocks are going to change. They change on a Saturday night. Nobody knows it's going to happen. Everybody the same every Saturday night, every year. They don't know which way or what's going on. You only find out about it late on Saturday night. You overhear somebody, excuse me, what was that? The clocks, they change. When? Tonight? Oh! Darling, the clocks, which way? Which way? They go back. Is that the good one? How many years do we need to be alive before we know when they change and which way? An extra hour! Woohoo! The only thing we can look forward to, ladies and gentlemen, in this winter is snow. It's the only thing that gets us through, because the weather's terrible, but snow is the holy grail. Nothing beats snow. And normally we get one day of snow, and you gotta hope that it snows overnight so you can be snowed in. Earlier this year, it snowed in the middle of the day. You don't want that. I was waiting for my bus, and where I live, there's no tube. You have to wait for the bus. The buses actually originate there. The bus is already there. So it's even more frustrating. I'm waiting for the driver. We've got everything we need. We're looking for people. Can you drive this thing? And that's when the snow came. Amazing, instantly landing snow. The best of snow. I mean, the most unbelievable snow. And then I realized, oh my God, I could get snowed out. This is not what I need. The driver shows up. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you, due to the chaos on the roads, it's been snowing 8 seconds at this point. We're cancelling the bus. There will be no running of this service. And we're like, well, hang on a minute. We bought our tickets. What are we going to do? How are we supposed to get home? There's no way to get home. What are we going to do? And he said, don't shout at me. I actually live at the other end of this bus route. I take this bus home, and then I'm relieved by another driver. And we're like, this is a very interesting development. How are you going to get home? So there's only one thing to do. Walk. It's the only way we can get home. It's the only way at all. I'm like, fine, okay. So we walked the bus route, led by the driver. We came to the first stop. We had to tell the people waiting, there's no bus. And they joined our imaginary bus. It was getting bigger and bigger. I looked behind us, I could see the next imaginary bus. Not a bus, just people walking. And it was catching up fast, because no one to pick up from the stops. And the driver saw this as well, and he turned around. He said, when we get to the next stop, don't tell them anything. Keep walking, they can get on the next one. I thought this was one of the funniest things that ever happened to me. I said to the woman walking next to me, I said, this is hilarious. We're on an imaginary bus. There's a driver. There are old people walking. And this is funny, right? And I thought we were on the same wavelength. But now I remember I was doing most of the talking because she said, I'd love to chat, but this is my stop. She got out of an actual bus stop and then walked in the direction we had just come from. Why is it when people say, have you got a pen? You know you don't have a pen, but you still frisk yourself. I don't think... have a pen. Do you believe me? You really want to help them as well. You start talking about pens you had. I had a pen. I can see the pen in my mind. If you had have come to me earlier, you would be writing now. I'm so sorry. Sometimes you're on the phone and people will go, have you got a pen to take down a number? And you immediately say yes, even though you don't have a pen. We all like to play a little game called say you have a pen and then try to find the pen before they give the number. So they'll go, have you got a pen? You go, yes. They go, I need a pen. Sometimes they start giving the number, you still don't have a pen. It's 0202. Sometimes you never find the pen and you pretend to take down the number and you never even get the number because you feel too embarrassed to go, I lied about the pen. I lied about the pen. I know I shouldn't have done it. I lied about the pen. Can we ever get over this hurdle and start again? In Argos, do you take the pen? You don't. You think of taking the pen. You're in Argos, you look at the pen, you think, I could take this pen. I don't know if this pen goes with my lifestyle. What if someone said, have you got a pen? And I go, I have the Argos pen. The IKEA pencil? I'm not doing well in the credit crunch. Argos is the weirdest shop on earth. Argos is the shop that said, we think shops should be like this. And all other shops went, no. No, we're going to stick with the putting the stuff we have in the shop and then they pick it, then they pay. And Argos went, no, people don't want a shop like that. They want a big book of shopping. You need to be in pretty good physical condition to get to the index of the book, don't you? You see people sort of limbering up going, whoa! Right. Then when you find what you want, then you have to do your own little stock check. Well, I don't have to do my own stock check here. Then you write it down, you pay money, you get a new piece of paper, you still don't even have what you paid for. Then you go to probably the most depressing area in life. Literally. It's like bingo, but you win what you've already paid for. There are rows of seating. You feel like it's like a theatre for the poor. I've never seen anything quite so dramatic. I had another baby. I've had 2 babies now. It's difficult. Well, it's amazing. I mean, it's a wonderful thing to make babies. It's a lengthy process, and pregnancy is hard and long. The whole thing. Seeing that little picture on the scan, so lovely, exciting. There he is. You can't really make him out, but you pretend, oh, somewhere there. They all look the same. I don't even know if the technology exists. Somebody showed me their baby, it's like I'm having this baby. No, that's my baby, I had that baby. Do you think when I smile, I look like a fat Chinese man? Do you think? I have to keep a straight face now when I order Chinese, because the waiters think I'm Chinese and speak Chinese to me. I have a lemon chicken. My son has the same eyes. It's very sweet. Little baby looking up at me with his little Chinese eyes and big fluffy hair that makes me know that he's mine. And his little black face that makes me doubt it. You sure this is mine, darling? He was actually late. My baby was late. They have like a due date, and he missed it, so my wife was over-pregnant. And all parents always give you advice. Everyone who's been through it offer advice. And the same advice kept coming back to us. To try to induce labour in your overdue pregnant wife, you should have sex and eat curry. People kept saying, oh yes, sex and curry. Sex and curry? There's no prizes for guessing who might have come up with this theory. Men are sitting in pubs going, I can't believe we got away with that. Do you think we can get a football in? Do you think there's any chance at all at this point? My wife and I, of course, tried it until we were thrown out of the Raj King, Muswell Hill. People want to go away now. Winter sun. You start Googling winter sun. Googling. Googling is risky at home anyway. In the modern day, when a woman in a household says, I'm just going to go on the internet, alarm bells ring in the mind of a man. Right, let me just sort the computer out. Right, that should be fine there now. It's as if no one's been on here. It does that. It does that. stressful is it going on holiday? Passport. Who's got the passports? Who shall take passport? Should we take individual passport? I will take all passports. I will take on all passport responsibility. In the airport, everyone's checking. Every few seconds, people just walking. Sometimes, for some reason, you don't find them. Ah! It's okay. I'm sorry, I was looking in the wrong pocket. I've got them. Oh my God, I thought it was over. People never want to show you their photo. People always want to see it. It's like, can I see the photo? Can I see the photo? Can I see the photo? No, you can never see my photo. Can I please? No! I'm so ugly in this photo. Do you know what passports are? They're an accurate representation of your face so that you can pass ports. That's what you look like, okay? Deal with it. You'll probably notice when you go through customs, people don't go, oh, you are so hideous, but quite model-like in the flesh. I will not believe it's you. They don't do that, do they? They go, ugly, get the bags. It's because I'm getting older, you see. My wife and I were the same age. Little things have started changing. For years, everything was the same. But now we can feel it creeping in. It's not exactly old age, but little differences. For example, we can't stay up at night. We pass out. About 9:30 is a late one for us. We get so tired. You know when you click on the Netflix thing and it goes boom? That's the sound of my wife and I's head hitting the pillow and passing out. I can't get beyond it. You're French. Ah, bonjour, French, bonjour. When English people don't speak French, they go, do you speak French? We go, un peu. That's all we do, un peu. We've only learned un peu. Oh, and we know, où est la gare? Have you hidden the stations from us? I love French people. I love the way that when they're trying to think of the next word, they make a noise continuously. They go, je voudrais poisson. Où est la gare? I think they're worried about being interrupted. Whereas in England, we don't do this. We don't go, I would like, some toast, and some fish. It's a strange breakfast. That's how you know French people are awake. They just wake up. Sometimes they'll be hoovering, and the hoover is not plugged in, but they don't know for hours. But how long? This is not picking anything up off the floor. I have children. I have 2 children, and night is simply not part of the putting to bed routine. All right? I'm nowhere near night when I put my children to bed. This is an unrealistic interpretation of bedtime with children. All right? I start angry. I don't build to anger anymore. I used to build. Now I start with 5 minutes. And then bed. Don't you mess with me tonight. 5 minutes. I'll be back here in 5 minutes on the dot. Then you're going to bed. That's just getting them into bed. Then it just carries on. Go to sleep. Don't you mess with... Close your... You have to remind them how it works. Close your eyes and go to sleep. I have no idea how exhausted I am and your mother is because of this. Go to sleep. You selfish little shit. Close your eyes and go to sleep. Enough is enough. Do you know that your mother and I haven't had sex in weeks because of this? Do you know that sometimes she says to me in the afternoon, oh, maybe tonight, Michael, you'll get lucky when the kids are asleep. You're never asleep! Go to sleep! Night. That's pretty much how it goes. Don't get me wrong. Night is part of it. It's just when they're already asleep. You never love your children more than when they're unconscious but still breathing. It's a lovely moment. Look at my little man. Oh, night, darling. Daddy's little soldier. Oh, Daddy loves you. Darling, look what we did. Oh, look what we made. Oh, isn't he lovely? Night. I'm still awake. Go to sleep! This is how you raise children. It's basically, if you have children, you'll know this. If you have been a child, I'm sure you can remember. It's threats. Threats of death is the only way you can get children to do things. Put your coat on. I don't want to put my coat on. If you don't put your coat on, you'll get pneumonia and die. Hold Daddy's hand. I don't want to hold your hand. If you don't hold my hand, a car will hit you and you will die. Brush your teeth. I don't want to brush my teeth. If you don't brush your teeth, they'll rot and fall out. You won't be able to eat and you will die. Go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. If you don't go to bed, I will personally kill you. I've got a plan and an alibi. Because you don't get that much fun as an adult, do you? The most fun we get is revolving doors. That's the only real fun. There's no reason for them, by the way, the revolving door. It's normally next to a normal door. You walk towards the building, you can see, do I revolve in? Or do I do? You have this option. That's easier, isn't it? But no, people will always prefer this. This is much more fun. That's the life, isn't it? Also, you don't have to hold it for anyone. It's boring holding the door. When you open the door, you have to look behind you and see. You don't have to judge the distance of the person. Is it worth waiting for the... Sometimes you just look at them and go, sorry, But revolving doors can be quite tricky as well, especially when you're with somebody and the segments are coming round. And you have a split second. They go in the segment and they look to you like, are you coming in my segment? You're like, I don't know. All right, I'm in your segment with you. It's a bit cramped. I should have taken my own segment. Or they'll take a segment. You go, I'll take my own segment. You go and you're fine, I'm fine. I'm in my own segment. Then some complete stranger, get out of my segment! Well, they have those automatic revolving ones in airports. Huge, big ones. With a flower display in the middle. Is that something you guys added? You know what this revolving job means? You know, you walk into an airport for 2 to 3 seconds. There's no shrubbery. We could definitely jazz this up a bit. So look, I watch adverts in the day. I'm going to stop doing that, okay? They're aimed at people who watch TV in the day. I hope I'm not one of those people. A lot of bloated women seem to be watching TV. Activia yogurt, that's the solution. This advert starts with a woman, she's obviously in discomfort, she's not happy, you can see. She walks along like this, oh, she's not happy, not happy. Oh. She looks at the camera to confirm it. Oh. Then she has an Activia yogurt, and she's fine. Smile on her face, quite light on her feet. Opens the front door, lovely sunny day, begins her day. All because of Activia. Of course, what this advert's missed out is an enormous shit in the middle of her morning. Completely inaccurate advertising. This ad should just be her emerging from the loo going, Jesus Christ! Children, do not go in there. Something's happened to Mummy after her Activia yogurt. I'm serious, children. Just will brush your teeth at school today. That really was quite something. I'm going to weigh myself. That was an unbelievable occurrence. Thank you, Activia. There's something called the Snuggie they advertise. Have you seen this? This is a blanket that you wear, okay? People who are watching television in the day are spending so much time doing nothing that they're wearing blankets. It is a blanket with sleeves, so you can easily access things without having to ever take the blanket off you. That's just chilly. You would free yourself. No, be in bed at all times. Lying on your DFS sofa, I assume. Your Activia yogurt. Listening to Michael Bublé. He's advertised all day as well. Daytime viewers love Bublé. A lot of chafing as well, chafing gel. Yeah. This advert is just a woman jumping. She's jumping, and you can clearly see that her legs are nowhere near one another. Because chafing is basically, I think it's when your legs rub against each other. Yeah? I think the advice is probably, if you lose weight, your legs will separate and work as independent things from one another. No, this is not the advice. The advice is to lubricate the area so they can slide against each other. As you walk in your Snuggie to the fridge to get your Activia yogurt and then return to your DFS sofa and continue listening to Michael Bublé. Tenor lady as well. I didn't know what it was. I had to Google it. Women are pissing in their pants. Is it a condition? Is it voluntary? Are they so comfortable in their snuggies? Lying on their DFS sofa? Their favourite Bublé track hasn't come on yet. I'm dying for a pee. I don't need to get up thanks to my tenor lady. I could just pee here on the sofa. The loo's out of bounds anyway after the Activia situation half an hour ago. Is this really what's going on? These bloated, chafing, snuggie-wearing, DFS sofa-lying Bublé listeners surrounded by gold they haven't been bothered to cash yet? Is this what's going on? What is it with the gold? Is it news to people that gold is a commodity? Are people sitting there going, you're telling me this bullion is actually worth something? Give me an extra snuggie. I'm going to go out and sell this. Please don't think I'm being unnecessarily rude here. These people are only there because they've had an accident at work. That's what's led them to this unfortunate situation. I quite like the accident at work one. We enjoy that as a family. When you can see the wet floor, but she can't. She's walking in. Oh. Ah! Or the one that goes, and they gave me the wrong type of ladder. I think if your job involves going up ladders, select your own ladder. I'd like a ladder, please. I don't trust my own judgment in ladder selection. If you could pick whatever ladder you see fit for the task. The one with wheels? Yes, I'll take this ladder. Frozen windscreen day. That's a big one. It's a big one. When you sit in the car, it's like an igloo. You can't see out of it. You can't see out of the window. You can't see out, so you have to defrost it. Sometimes you could roll the window down, can't you? You roll the window down, and then you roll it back up, and then that does the side. They come back, oh, it's gone. That's it. That doesn't work with snow. Every time it snows, we make the same mistake. We sit in the car, we roll the window down, the snow remains compacted, staring at us, as if to say, you are an idiot, and then it falls into the car. Why? Why did I do that? Why did I do that again? I did that last year. Frozen windscreen day, you sit in your igloo, you put the heating on, you put the blower on. There's two buttons, there's one for the front, there's one for the back. You don't know which is which, so you put them both on. You put them both on, because when you drive, you need both. People don't just do the back and I'm going to reverse to work. No, get both on. And you sit there, you're waiting. You're waiting for the car to heat up so that the defrosting will begin before you. It's quite boring, but it's a lovely moment, isn't it? When just in the middle, at the bottom, of your frozen solid windscreen, a tiny little opening starts to form. Tiny little half-moon shape. A little aperture, and you look through it, don't you? There it is! The outside world! And then very strangely, you find yourself driving away. Even your own brain goes, what are you doing? The only thing we can look forward to, ladies and gentlemen, in this winter is snow. It's the only thing that gets us through, because the weather's terrible, but snow is the holy grail. Nothing beats snow. And normally, we get one day of snow, and you've got to hope that it snows overnight, so you can be snowed in. Earlier this year, it snowed in the middle of the day. You don't want that. I was waiting for my bus, and where I live, there's no tube. You have to wait for the bus. The buses actually originate there. The bus is already there. So it's even more frustrating. I'm waiting for the driver. We've got everything we need. We're looking for people. Can you drive this thing? And that's when the snow came. Amazing, instantly landing snow. The best of snow. I mean, the most unbelievable snow. And then I realized, oh my God, I could get snowed out. This is not what I need. The driver shows up. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you, due to the chaos on the roads, it's been snowing 8 seconds at this point. We're cancelling the bus. There will be no running of this service. And we're like, well, hang on a minute. We bought our tickets. What are we going to do? How are we supposed to get home? There's no way to get home. What are we going to do? And he said, don't shout at me. I actually live at the other end of this bus route. I take this bus home, and then I'm relieved by another driver. And we're like, well, this is a very interesting development. How are you going to get home? I said, well, there's only one thing to do. Walk. It's the only way we can get home. It's the only way at all. I'm like, fine, okay. So we walked the bus route, led by the driver. We came to the first stop. We had to tell the people waiting, there's no bus. And they joined our imaginary bus. It was getting bigger and bigger. I looked behind us, I could see the next imaginary bus. Not a bus, just people walking. And it was catching up fast, because no one to pick up from the stops. And the driver saw this as well, and he turned around. He said, when we get to the next stop, don't tell them anything. Keep walking, they can get on the next one. I thought this was one of the funniest things that ever happened to me. I said to the woman walking next to me, I said, this is hilarious. We're on an imaginary bus. There's a driver. There are old people walking. This is funny, right? And I thought we were on the same wavelength, but now I remember I was doing most of the talking because she said, I'd love to chat, but this is my stop. She got down to an actual bus stop and then walked in the direction we had just come from.